Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stunner, and we're here with another episode of the VSW Podcast. And that's right, I'm your host, the Versace Stunner, alongside
with the Sable here.
And tonight, we are talking about the big one, folks.
The showcase of the Immortals.
The biggest night.
The most
stupendous nights.
And it's stupendous, baby.
In pro wrestling history, WrestleMania 38.
So we got a lot of big matches, a lot of hype to this card. It is very different compared to years past. So what we're going to do here, folks, we're going to start off talking about everything on night one. And then what we'll do is take a little break, preview what's coming in the VSW podcast in between. Then we'll go into night two, and we'll add some of the matches that should be added right after our night one preview. And then we'll talk about the confirmed matches from night two after. And then later this week, we'll do our own Q&A on WrestleMania.
Yeah, we will.
Talk about the past, present, what's coming this weekend, Mania Week events, indie shows.
That's mainly my favorite, to talk about the past, to be honest with you. I love 1 through 9. But
I loved all the attitude and ruthless aggressions, Mania. Mine was 15 to 21.
Yep. I mean, well, that would put you with the ages. And, that's all it's about wrestling, honestly. Everybody says, whatever's the best. And honestly, it's whatever worked for you at what age you were. And that's how I look at wrestling. If you happen to be a teenager in the Attitude Era, then you thought it was great. If you were a little kid, you didn't know what was going on. If you were an old adult, you probably bitched about it ruining your kid's mind. So, it all depended on where you were in life. But anyways, we're neither here nor there. Now it's WrestleMania 38, okay? And we're in a whole new era of wrestling. It's like this ultra realism. There's, there is really no kayfabe walls anymore.
I don't know.
It's all gone. Everything's broken down. I'm surprised there's even secrets.
I know, but everything gets leaked so fast for such.
Yes, they do. They really do. And those were great ECW Fan 5. They really were some of my favorites just because, they were the larger-than-life characters. I talk about this all the time. What's missing in wrestling today is we don't have these grandiose characters. You don't have the Andre the Giants, Big John Studs, King Kong Bundys. We just don't have them. We have some big guys, yeah, but it's not to that magnitude. And as a kid watching them, they were larger-than-life characters.
But two larger-than-life characters comparison for this current WWE product happen to be competing for what they call the biggest main event in WrestleMania.
This is it. It's all been heading this way. For over a year now, we have seen the domination. Ever since that, SummerSlam 2020?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, SummerSlam 2020. You're not going to see it coming, I think, was the headline. Oh, you'll never see it. And
it was a long-awaited heel turn we never thought we'd ever see in our life.
We never thought we would see it. We never thought we'd see the return, and we got to see that, We got to see Roman come back, bam, and it's a whole new Roman and a whole new attitude, and he just took the WWE Universe by storm.
Holy shit, Storm is right for such. And this is the biggest main event, title versus title, Universal title versus WWE title.
It is title versus title. I haven't seen, I'm sure that's happened, but I can compare that to WrestleMania, 6, where you had Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior, except at that point it was IC champion versus world champion. Fast forward, the IC title is probably now as relevant as what the IC title was worth then is probably what the WWE title is worth now. And the IC
it may not even get defended this Sunday.
The IC title today is not worth very much. It's worth like nothing. But that's neither again here nor there. So you have these two though going at it. Maybe they're going to unify the WWE's titles. Maybe we're going to get rid of brands. Who knows? WWE changes the way they operate based how things are going. They just decide to up and change the world.
And are you ready to talk about night one for
I am, I am.
So we're going to start off. Which surprises me most about this night one and night two is they're not balancing the certain matches are. You got the celebrity matches both on one night, and you got both big women's matches, big women's title matches all on night one, which shocks me. let's talk about the first, which probably might kick off the show. And one of the match everyone's looking forward to, the first ever two-woman, the main event, and win a women's WrestleMania. You got the Raw Women's Champion, the man, Big Time Bex, Becky Lynch, facing the queen of EST, Bianca Belair.
I thought Bianca wasn't going to compete. Now she is?
Yeah, let's just roll it as we are. It still hasn't gotten taken down, so...
Okay. I mean, it's hard to tell with all the cheat sheets. So you have Bianca Belair, top, female wrestler right now in the industry. Really can showcase victory and get her moment here. And I think, well, you said Bianca Belair's already had her time to kind of shine. This isn't a main event match. But also, Becky is kind of on, is on the coming up. She is going to need some big wins.
She already had big wins. She's one of the 4 horsewomen of WWE.
But ever since she came back,
been on a tear, different big time back. Some of the fans love her, some don't. But she don't care either way.
It was a little bit different the way than the way she went out when she, gave the title to Asuka and kind of walked out. She was a different person to the fans. But I can tell you what I do have time for. Okay, we have time to talk about this card. Let me talk to you a little bit about his opponent. Dangerous. I've seen him being so vicious now.
Absolutely,
he's back to his old ways.
Like he was the chosen one.
Yeah, and he was so vicious then on the scene. Dangerous. You feared to wrestle him. He hurt you.
Then they put him in a joke with Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal.
And then they made the comedy skit out of it. And
then he left. He came back better than ever, won the NXT title.
And now he is coming back better than ever.
He had that Mania moment, McIntyre defeated Brock Lesnar a few years ago in what was a pandemic Mania, but he got robbed in front of all the crowds. He did win the Mania in front of Royal Rumble.
They did. He really did. But I'm just not sure I'm a fan of Happy Corbin, okay? I like King Corbin. He was arrogant. He was kind of an ass. He really just agitated. He knew how to get under people's skin. I don't know if I really like this new Corbin. I don't know.
Well, he goes to show you he lost so much money with his misfortunes. He created a GoFundMe. Then he had this feud with Shinsuke, and then he went to Vegas and won a shitload.
A bigger scene?
Yeah. All he wants is money. He thinks he's better because he has more money.
He had a GoFundMe. He won. Yeah, it sounds like what Kevin Castro did. He won big at that wrestling event, remember?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Drew McIntyre eliminated him and his partner Moss in the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
So this feud's been going on for a few months, but everyone wants it to end. I think you do have Drew McIntyre come away with this. He needs this big Mania moment. He had the first ever match back with fans last year where he lost his WWE title to Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
And he's been robbed of a big Mania. Hopefully he gets a shot next year and has to do it in front of fans. The fact that this is his first full capacity Mania that he'll have his big moment on. It's huge. I'd give him the win over Corbin.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't see it really going another way. Yeah, Corbin's there, but Corbin's there to take the L. And honestly, McIntyre didn't really get his full moment because he was shallow with the pandemic and everything else. While he won the Rumble in front of fans, he didn't really leave him the WrestleMania didn't even have Thunderdome at the time. Sorry about that, folks. We had some technical difficulties here with the Streamlabs software. Tell you, it's getting worse by the day. But, yeah, what I was saying is, there was no Thunderdome in the 2020 WrestleMania. So what happened was, you just had Drew McIntyre fighting in front of a no crowd. Just nothing. Silence.
Absolutely, Versace. Are you ready to move on to talk about a new match?
I sure am. Let's go to the next match now.
Absolutely. So we got tag team action, which I'll talk about one of the tag teams in a minute. We got a new match actually updated for WrestleMania 1. An interesting one. You got the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, facing the team of Sheamus and Ridge Holland, accompanied by the formerly known as Pete Dunne, Butch.
Butch.
What an interesting there'll be a lot of vengeance.
I I just want to say, I saw today they're going to be inducting the Steiner brothers, one of the greatest tag teams in professional wrestling.
Long time coming.
It is a long time coming.
Pump.
They've been doing great work ever since then. When they entered in, they're finally getting the credit they deserve as a tag team. They might have not have done so well in WWF, but I feel like they really did well in WCW.
Absolutely, and this has a lot of talent.
Accidents do happen. I mean, you can see how easily things can happen in and out of the ring. I mean, yesterday we went to training for the first time ever, and you can see how sore you are today, how easy something can happen. It happens. The best wrestlers get injured.
Absolutely.
As what one of the instructors said yesterday, WWE, and he worked with Luke at the Bushwhackers.
Absolutely. But we won't go too much into detail with this one, other than it's a big match for Kofi and Xavier Woods. They want to honor their friend Big E, which I think would have been a 6-man match had he didn't get injured.
Yes.
That was the plan. I really was hoping, kind of happy they did it in our hometown in Boston, where he cashed in and beat Lashley for the title. But I kind of was hoping at the beginning that he'd be able to cash in this year.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been a little...
But it turns out it wouldn't be able to happen anyways. But
no, but I mean, everything happened for a reason. And honestly, though, it was a great moment that we got to see in Boston.
Absolutely. I wouldn't take it for... I don't want to get too far into details, but I do think that... I'm going to go with the upset. I think Sheamus and Ridge Holland will carry the heat and have them upset the New Day over this.
I think the New Day are going to honor their friend. They're going to come out with some great
costumes. They have great gears on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, their gear, costumes are going to be something big.
Last
for Big
time
E.
they were in Mania, they got stunned and super kicked by a bunch of legends. Stone Cold stunned all 3 members of the New Day, along with Mick Foley and Sheamus when they beat the League of Excellence.
The League of Excellence.
Oh, I'm thinking of that.
What do you got at NCW? Was Dylan Nix there?
No, it had Rusev, Sheamus, Wade Barrett, all those guys.
And Dallas McCarthy. Wow, what a moment in wrestling history.
Don't expose this hack to these people.
Yeah. Next time he says what he said to you at NCW, you should slap him in the face like Will Smith did.
Are you ready to move on, Versailles?
I sure am.
So the next match we have is another tag team match. You got the team of The Miz and Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio and his son Dominic.
Got a lot of tag team action here with a lot of... But I guess they don't have much of a division. I mean, even in the game, there's hardly a tag division. There's like...
And Rey Mysterio and The Miz have been feuding for a while now.
They have. I mean, for a very long time, actually.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Miz grabs his... Miz gets heat, though. And honestly, the number one baby face right now is probably Ray and his kid. And...
They've been tag team champions
Miz
before.
is one of the number one heels in the industry.
He always has been. Met the guy. He's a big-time Intercontinental Champion, former WWE Champion twice.
He's a little bit different than MJF, where they're similar and different. They both think they're better than everybody else, but the Miz is just a little bit more...
celebrity-ish.
He's a little bit more celebrity. She's not afraid to get into where MJF will just tell you off, tell you that.
He'll have his reality show with his wife Maurice on USA on.
Yeah, exactly. And
Mrs.
it's pretty good. I've watched a couple of seasons. It's great, actually, seeing the other end of the wrestling.
And he has
business.
a lot of WrestleMania moments, especially with John Cena. I think of in the past.
He's been here throughout it all. Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, come on.
There's a match you couldn't wait for.
What about his Shane McMahon?
Yeah, with the Mania I went to with his dad was the meme of the century.
Right?
Leading up to that feud with the best in the world.
Who's no longer with the company, I guess. Maybe he'll go to Ring of Honor?
Maybe they troll everyone and instead of Cody, it's Shane.
I hope it is.
I hope so, too.
I really do. I think that would... Okay, so... Moving on the card now.
Yeah, are you... So,
Well, I mean, pick your winner, I guess. Pick your winner. You're probably going to go with Ray anyways. He's like your favorite wrestler from your childhood.
I am going to go with Ray and Dominic. He's also a 2K2 cover guy.
Yeah, don't forget if you actually... The next Build-A series, you can build baby Dominic, I think, or the kid Dominic.
You mean Eddie's son?
Yeah, that one. You might want to collect those 4 figures. The Survivor Series editions.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, you're probably right here. I don't know. I mean... The Miz is great at getting heat, so if they can win in another way.
Yeah, and he's dying to beat up the Mysterios, the Miz, and he recruited no other than Logan Paul.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of celebrity match. I mean, last year he had his beef with Bad Bunny.
Absolutely, the Miz and celebrities, man. Why doesn't he referee and get Will Smith in there?
Ha! That could happen.
Who are you
knows?
gonna go with for such?
I think I'm gonna honestly, I think going. I think the Miz is gonna do something to really draw heat. He's gonna do something that's gonna feud it up and fill it up for WWE WrestleMania Backlash. I think they're gonna take the victory, and then you're gonna see a rematch at Backlash.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you ready to move on, Versace?
I sure am.
All right, the next match we got on this Saturday is a tag team match between the team of Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boggs versus the Usos.
To me, honestly, Nakamura's been nothing but
He was Intercontinental Champion.
He's been nothing but a disappointment for me in WWE.
Ever since he had that that match with AJ Styles, which everyone thought we were going to get a New Japan Wrestle King